There we go. Good morning. Oh, damn. Hang on a second. Why isn't this working? Having a sound problem.
It's my end, I think.
Ah, there we are. Now I can hear you.
Double
Okay.
bounce on a button.
All right. I almost forgot there was a meeting this morning. I was like, oh, I can sleep in. It's a holiday for us.
No rest for the wicked.
No, seriously not. Okay. Well, how are you? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
I'm drinking from my my favorite cup. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Right, sorry, I just want to get my, oops, cancel. No, I don't want to leave the Zoom meeting. Thank you. All right. Getting the meeting agenda notes. I thought this would be kind of a working meeting. Well, good morning here. Good day. Still good morning for you. Not for Terry, but for Tracy.
Hello. Yeah, morning.
Agenda. Share. Why isn't this working? Agenda. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I have to sign in. There we are. Okay. All right. Let's see where things we want to talk about. We want to talk about more updates to the site. We want to talk about publishing the site. Okay. We have the ability to publish. We have a, where did we leave this off? You were able to see it in HTTPS.
Yeah,
So
strictly speaking, we are published.
Okay, we are published.
What's the URL?
bestpractices.cd.foundation.
Ooh, let's go find it.
bestpractices.cd.foundation. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Terry. It was a team effort. It was a team effort. It was a little bit exciting navigating the Linux Foundation ticketing system.
Yeah, you did all the hard bits.
Okay, so are we running on a wildcard cert? What are we doing for TLS? Or did that just come when that was the thing where it's like I kind of had to step away for a minute and I never came back to it. And then you said it was working and I'm like, well, what did we do?
So I don't know what was done to make that work, but
okay.
It was just working when I looked at it. So presumably when they did the DNS change, they also did something to set up that certificate.
All right. Well, if it's a wildcard certificate on the domain, then we would be presumably covered, or they added it explicitly. Maybe, I don't know. Okay.
I think it's explicit because I did check the certificate and it doesn't appear to be a wildcard certificate. So
well, if we don't have to be the ones to worry about rotating it 3 months, I'm just going to call it a win.
Yeah.
Okay. So appears to be back in June, July. Check back in August. All right. Okay. What else? Let's see.
So if the site is up, I would suggest we submit an issue to have it linked off the main page. And I think Roxanne will be able to help with this pretty well. Like on the front page, there is a big tab that said adopt best practices. And the idea was it would always go off to something else. And we kept putting in workarounds. So having it there and in the menu for discoverability from main CD Foundation would be awesome.
Let's see, where is that?
So if you scroll down first before you go into menus, you see that middle one, adopt best practices, and we just ended up tying it to the report, but that should ideally.
Okay. All right. Here's who reminds us to submit to, this would be ticket to in CD Foundation or
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And just tag Roxanne, and she might be able to do a lot of it. Maybe not the menus, but maybe redirecting that button would be good.
Foundation. What was it? Okay, I will do that. So today is my day off because in the US it's a holiday. So I was going to spend this morning doing a bunch of the cleanup bugs that are still lingering, because we still have some spots where we've got some cleanup to do. We have missing spots too, but we can leave that as under construction. And then I will log the bug with Roxanne. Okay.
Nice.
Let's see, other things that were outstanding. Oh, since you're here, security.
Yeah, I had notes, but it's not in a good state, so I think I can probably work on it this week. Terry, you had merged the other stuff and added some more things, or am I looking?
So I've just submitted a PR with some content for that security page.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that we.
Is it based on the things you wrote, or is it something else?
It basically I've just taken the salsa overall principles and then just flesh that out with some content around, here are the types of things that are likely to go wrong for you and you should be thinking about all of this stuff.
Great.
There's lots of room to expand on it, but I just wanted to make sure we didn't have a blank slot in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry I hadn't managed to look at that sooner, but thanks for doing that.
Best practice for sure. Pull requests. Okay, I will take it. Do you have time this morning, Tracy?
Yeah, if you're doing a working meeting, I'll go start looking now, actually.
You, yeah, we get that added, and then I'll. Tracy to you. Go. Cool. Thank you, Terry. Let's see. What else were we? See, Justin was going to work on the eBay stuff. He's not here. I'll give him a ping in Slack to see if he's still working on that. Let's see. Oh, Terry, did you do the follow-up with Richard by any chance? Did anything come out of that?
Remind me what that was.
I'm looking here. Richard is, Richard working on transition old school network management, cloud native. He and Terry are going to do some initial follow-ups offline.
Yeah, no, he never reached out to me.
Okay. All right. No worries. Okay. And then, we started to talk about this a bit last time. I'm trying to remember what the context for this was. Was this just for the BOF, or was this more in general as kind of like
just for next week's session?
Okay.
Just to make sure that we've got something that allows us to keep the conversation going.
All right. Okay. All right. You wanna workshop that? Remember if there's anything, since Justin's not here, that seems like a good thing to work on.
So we still got a big gap in source code stuff,
Yes.
haven't we?
What was
Yeah,
the
I
source
can take,
code?
oh, sorry, go ahead, Tracy.
What is the source code stuff?
Oh, we've got a section in Learn for version control,
Right.
which has got no content in it.
I can take it.
Bless you.
It's spring. This is my body reminding me that I have not taken my Claritin today. Oh, yeah, everything from here up itches. Okay, I can take a stab at this today. Like I said, this is my working on CD Foundation stuff. I can start an edit and get a PR going. So let's see. Do. Let's see. That's a good one. There's still some cleanup stuff around the CI and the CD pages as well, if I recall, which is the main other ones I was going to focus on today. Let's see what else was that like over here. Issues. I am sharing. You can't see my window, right? I
Yeah.
hate Zoom. I can never tell what I'm sharing. Oh, it's surrounded by green. Okay, that's good. Oh, there's version control. Okay. All right, let me ping. Well, Nicola's not going to be on today because, wait, no. Is Nicola in Waterloo? Nicola might be on today. Let me ping her to see where she's got with that. Testing config CI/CD. All right. And then I'll look at the bottom 4 here in particular today, get those knocked out. Okay. All right, anything else? Otherwise, we can start with the question brainstorming. All right. Well, so there's the obvious first question, which is, what do you have? In the set of, let's see. Oh no, that won't work for Markdown. Version control, automated testing, do we want to do testing breakdown given the scope of just like, so like smoke testing, integration testing, or we just leave it automated testing to start?
I guess there's 2 bits to this, isn't there? There's the what sort of things are we going to grill Justin on, or anybody else who volunteers to get involved in the process. But then I think all of that is dependent on anyone actually volunteering on the day. So we probably also need some general talking points that you and I can cover off if we end up having to fill because there's no audience participation.
All right, what are you thinking there?
Well, I think initially we probably need to do 5 minutes of introduction anyway, to just say what is this thing that we've been building, and how have we done it? So so we probably need to just explain a little bit about what we've been doing, where to find the site and how to use it. And
You think you're going to be there, Tracy?
Yeah, I'll be there in person.
Cool. I keep wanting HackMD to have Vim key controls, and it keeps wanting me. And no making fun of my Vim usage. I saw you start to grin right away. Don't tell me you're an Emacs user, Terry. I like you. I'm kidding.
no, yeah. I
the
appreciate
security-
people using proper editors.
On the security thing, I had a review and that looks good. Should I go ahead and merge it, or did you want to review it, Tara? I think I can have more to add, but I think, yeah, Terry's right. We should just get this in to make sure it's not bare
It looks
bones.
good to you. Let's do it, and then we can start iterating. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I can add in some of the NIST stuff I was looking at, just more on Salsa, but that's good. I'll go ahead and merge.
Love it. And then if you want to make sure that you don't forget, I would recommend logging a bug.
Yeah, let's go do that. Okay, Karen, I'm listening.
Okay, so intro, whoever's there who's from this group, intro to the site, how to use it. That'll probably get us through the first 10 minutes, actually. So, but these are good ideas. All right, what other things do you think are going to be good things to make sure we cover?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll get a switch point at that where if Justin's there, then we can we can look at some specific examples. And I don't know if you've been following, I put some stuff on Slack in discussion with him about what we might want to touch on there in terms of, what's the business driver for doing this within eBay, why is it important? And then from that, we can then start to drill into what specific things are you doing? How do they address key challenges that you see from a business perspective?
I haven't had a chance to look at the platform. Do you happen to notice which one they're using? Is it Hopin or is it StreamYard?
It's
or
Hopin.
Miro? It's Hopin. Okay, be cool. I can't remember. Does Hopin have like a polling function? Trying to think. I'll have to look. It'd be kind of fun if we go interactive to have like a here, hit this, vote, right? To make it super simple. So we could get like maybe for those categories, click this if you have this at your company.
I can't recall. You might have to set it up ahead of time, which is the only catch, that you can't just do
Right.
it.
Yeah, I'll
for
go
the
play
talk.
around with it. It's also on my list of things to do this week and today if I can get to it.
And I think we've got the capability to just invite people up on stage, haven't we, if I remember correctly?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we did that last time. Man, that's going to be a nutty day. I'm going to be up for this. And then as soon as this is over, I have to race to the airport and get on a plane to go to New York for MongoDB World, which overlaps. So.
So throwing you straight into the deep end.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah, new job has been a whirlwind, I must say.
Awesome.
Right. I think it would be good. Let's see, perhaps. Another one is, what are the key challenges for culture perspective? This could be different. and equally difficult. These are good. Maybe one more good one. Let's see.
I guess people are probably going to be interested in more of the specifics about automation, because there's going to be lots of people who are familiar with doing the overall process in a manual or semi-automated way, but there won't be many people in the audience who've really done it at scale with a lot of automation. So it would be nice to have some example that we could talk around of, you know, what are the challenges involved in doing this more at scale, and you know, how do you make the decisions about what to automate, and you know, how do you prioritize, and how do you manage that as part of your product management cycle.
Somewhat ironically, Mongo has very big automated testing game, particularly around performance analysis. So.
It's an open source project they can contribute.
Well, actually, they have Evergreen CI, which is a CI system designed specifically to test distributed systems like databases.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that was one of my first thoughts was, what are you guys doing with this thing? So, but before I start to pitch, I need to understand what the goals are. There's a little bit of a, I don't want to say political, it's not quite, it's, I think they open sourced it without really understanding why, other than, well, it must be, open sourcing is a good idea. I'm like,
Yeah.
that, well, okay, that often is the case, but you missed a couple of steps. So we need to have that conversation, because if you're going to, you know, go for it, as both of you well know, you have to be willing to absorb the necessary costs for actual engagement. Right now, they have very little external engagement. People can go look at it, but there's not much of a community there. So
yeah,
by current definition, I would not sponsor it as a member of the TOC as a potential project, because we're missing some things.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to explore this idea, and it really is around the testing aspect. So this could be an interesting way to introduce a really test-centric system into the portfolio, much
Yeah,
more than a
that's
lot of the
awesome.
other. A lot of the other ones are really more around the delivery.
Exactly, and that's always been something everyone's been keenly aware should have been there, and we tried to find folks who could help fill those gaps without success. So,
well, automated testing is hard, so almost all of them are commercial. So this could be a really interesting opportunity. So
nice.
Anyway,
and I think there's kind of a general point there that we might want to try and get across in the BOF session, which is that your build process it's another product, and you have to budget for investing in that product. And if you don't invest in that, then the quality of the thing you're trying to deliver is going to suffer as a result. And so there is this consideration of how are you making sure you're putting the right resources into your continuous delivery platform and infrastructure. And if part of that strategy is open source, then how are you ensuring that the open source tools that you're reliant upon are also getting appropriate investment to keep them functional and stable and, you know, up to scratch.
Right. That's a good one. Yeah.
And I think, you know, looking at practical examples in the field, this is one of those areas where people are not thinking that way about the problem. So the build environment is seen as a cost center, as a necessary evil, not as an asset, and part of, you know, the product that you're investing in. So, you know, one of the things that we need to try and educate on is that, you know, if you're building one product, you've actually got to build two products. You know, one is the thing you want to build, and the other is the machine that you're going to use to build it with.
That kind of capture. You're absolutely right. It's honestly one of the things that attracted me to Mongo. They've got a lot of investment in this for a company its size. So. Okay, cool. I like this. I'll let's see. I'll work on this, unless you want to, Terry.
Well, we can thrash it out over the course of the day if you like.
Okay.
I'll be available on Slack. So
Okay. Awesome. All right. Anything else we want to hash out? Otherwise, we can scatter and start working on some things. Cool. All right. I'm going to go make another pot of coffee, and I'm going to start editing Markdown. I will see you online in Slack.
See you there. Thanks. Bye.
Cheers.